Weekend is almost here, which might have you thinking about escaping to the great outdoors, and what better way to get out than in an RV. Joining me this morning is Kate with Go RVing Canada to tell us a little bit more about why this lifestyle might be one for you. So tell us a little bit about RVing and why it's such a great option for Calgarians.
Sure, absolutely. So as you mentioned, the long weekend's coming up. What a great way to get outdoors with your friends and family. It's such a comfortable way to camp. And we're glamping here this morning, as you can see, so nothing to complain about this setup.
No, this is definitely my style if I'm going to be camping. So for people that maybe have some common misconceptions in that RVing might be very expensive, or it might be really hard to get out, or it might be really hard to park the RV, what do you have to say to them?
All great questions. So Go RVing Canada has some great resources on the website that actually address all of those questions. So there's an affordability calculator. If you're looking for the make and model for your family, you're not sure what's quite right for you, you can go on and see what it's going to cost you to get in. Drivability, most of the units you can actually drive with a regular license, and the dealers will help you with driving and parking and everything all before you get off the lot. So it's really not that hard.
Okay, so you just kind of have to pass the test on the lot and then you're good to go on the highway.
There's no test, thank goodness. But as soon as you're comfortable, you can get out on the road.
Okay, and now maybe for people that have never RV'd before, why is this something that they should consider?
Sure. Well, a few of my favorite aspects. In most units, there is a fully functioning kitchen. So traveling with kids and with friends, it makes entertaining really easy. Most of them have fully functioning washrooms as well, and that's a great perk in my opinion.
Absolutely. And the nice thing is that even though you are out in an RV, you can make it feel like home.
You really can. We have 2 units that we're going to show you here today and some different suggestions for how you can personalize them. And Amanda's going to show us exactly how we can do that in a few minutes, I think.
Okay, well, Kate's doing my job for me. I don't need to tease. We'll be back with Amanda and the tour inside her RV in a little bit. We are enjoying the RV lifestyle here in beautiful Kananaskis country with Amanda.
Hello.
She's been kind enough to invite us into her RV, and I have to say that aside from these beautiful drinks,
Cocktails.
This is not the kind of RV I remember as a kid.
Yeah, there's just so many opportunities now to personalize, and I think the thing that we love the most is, a lot of our friends have young families, is being able to sort of pack up an RV on a Friday afternoon and head out and just turn everything off. But you still have all of the modern amenities that you have in the city, like these cocktails.
Yes, and tour us around a little bit. What else have you done to really bring the city feel into the middle of the great outdoors?
Well, one of the things that I always like to think about is how to sort of have multi-purpose items, and that was one of the things that I got from the GoRVing.ca website, was thinking about, for instance, like a wicker basket that has handles on it that can be functional inside the RV, but then maybe if you're going for a picnic, you can roll up some blankets and carry it with you. I also really love these little enameled cups, so just because you're camping doesn't mean you have to have plastic.
Right.
You can have these great cups, and then these are just filled with popcorn, and they're super sturdy because they're metal.
Yeah, I love that. You can have your morning coffee in them, and then when it's time to wind down at the end of the day, you can have popcorn or whatever snack you'd like.
Absolutely.
And then let's talk about the bedding, because this is possibly nicer than what I have at home.
I know, right? And this is all actually from IKEA, which is wonderful. So it's inexpensive, but it gives that sort of residential feeling. So you don't just have your sleeping bag thrown in here. And then I loved it with a lot of pillows, because you kind of have that mid-afternoon where you get back from the beach and you're a little tired and you can kind of just curl up and have a nap.
And now there are so many wonderful pieces in here, everything from the candles to the succulents. What for you is a must-have in an RV?
Oh, I think for me personally, because I love to cook so much, is making sure that you have kitchen essentials, right? Like having a really great Japanese knife is my favorite. Having great cookware so that you can actually make beautiful meals. Just because you're in the outdoors doesn't mean that you have to eat hot dogs and, have these meals that aren't fantastic. So I always loved doing incredible meals for friends.
And that's actually a perfect segue, because in the next segment, Amanda is going to show us how to entertain some family and friends when they come out and visit you. And the taste of the RV lifestyle here in Kananaskis country with the lovely Amanda. In the last one, we were in a smaller space. Now we are in what I have been referring to as a house on wheels.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely the more luxe, space in here. And you have all of the modern amenities that you would have at home. Absolutely.
Which is fantastic. Now, I wanted to ask you, how did you yourself get into RVing?
Well, I love camping, but a lot of our friends now have young children, and so the ease of getting out of town has always been an issue. So when I went on Go RVing in Canada, I really loved what they were doing with the lifestyle, this idea of describing the nomad or the snowbird or the adventurer, and it sort of resonated with me personally, and so I could actually see myself having an RV. And then when you actually go on there and you use the affordability calculator, you find out that it's actually super accessible.
Which is terrific and something that maybe people might not be expecting when they're thinking about taking on this lifestyle. So a great way to maybe have your family and friends get a taste of it, maybe get them into it, is to have them out for a day. Yes. And you're going to show us how to entertain them, but take it a little bit more elevated than perhaps if you were just camping.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things, again, people think about is that when you're going camping, that you're not eating healthy food or that can't be elevated. One of the things that I love to do when I leave to go RVing is I'll stop by our Daily Brett in Calgary and I'll just get them to do up a charcuterie board, and you can literally just unpackage it. There's this gigantic fridge in here, which is amazing. Fill that with waters and wine, and you can just as soon as you land here, you can have a snack, start a fire, and just get started. There's none of this nonsense of having to set up a bunch of things.
So for you, what is a great staple for when you have people out?
Again, I love doing cured meats and cheeses. I think that they're the best because if you're going to head down to a beach or something, you can just easily cut those up, throw them in a small cooler, and it's a nice snack. And also it's sort of chic because you have this European experience, right? With some fresh bread. And so I think those are the easiest things to have.
Terrific. And Amanda's skills do not just come down to charcuterie boards and amazing interior design. You're actually going to show us how to make the outdoor space feel a little more comfortable. What can we expect to see?
Something that we did very quickly, but that is very cozy and comfortable.
Okay, that's coming up a little bit later. In Kananaskis country, I'm getting the taste of the RV lifestyle. I am a city girl. I thought that this was for me, and then this happened. And Kate and Amanda are being so kind. They're giving me such words of encouragement. That looks awful. That's terrible. Throw it out. Put it away. Anyways, we're going to move on, and we are distracted by Amanda's beautiful setup out here. For people that are maybe already into RVing or looking into getting RVing, this might not be what they're expecting. Tell us a little bit about what you've done out here.
Well, for city girls like you, just because you're leaving the city doesn't mean that you have to leave all of your luxuries. So this actually only took us an hour or less to set up. So there's a really great ground cover, which keeps all the rocks off your feet, makes it cozy if you want to kick off your Birkenstocks. Mm-hmm. These are inflatable ottomans. Again, if you wanted to bring them down to the beach, super flexible. And then actually comfy chairs that fold up. So again, if you want to take them to the beach or throw them in the RV, that's super great.
And Kate, this kind of lifestyle, this kind of look, it seems like it's geared to more towards a younger generation. Is that what you guys are going for?
Definitely. I think there are many people enjoying the RV lifestyle. Millennials are starting to get into it. We've seen them all over their Instagram accounts. And there are over 2 million RVers in Canada on the road right now. And of that, 65% are actually under the age of 55. So starting to skew younger for sure.
And Amanda, you were saying that finding a parking spot for your RV might be easier than me finding a parking spot downtown?
Yes, RV Park and Go, right? So, you can just basically park your RV at one of these places. There's an app, so you don't have to worry about bringing it home. You can just pick it up on the way out of town. So you city girls have no excuses, but you have to get out on the weekend.
Okay, and I'll be sure to YouTube how to roast marshmallows because once again, this happened. So Kate, how can people learn more about RVing and how they can get started?
Mm-hmm. So the GoRVing.ca website, you can go on, you can find a dealer that's really close to you. So dealers right here in Calgary, such as Bucars, who have brought us these 2 beautiful units that we've seen here today, and all available on the website. And you can go on and see the best make and model that works for you.
Terrific. And for more information, just head to our website, breakfasttelevision.ca. We're going to head over here because, Darren, I promised you some toasted marshmallows, and I'm going to get you some.